Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com.
And I'm Bob. Happy Friday.
Welcome back to our Top 5 Friday ski industry news videos. What did we do this week, Bob? We did...
That's Sato that I'm looking at right there.
Thank you. Yep. Also shared a little bit more footage from the ski test. We're probably running out of things to share from the ski test at this point. We're through all of the talking videos that you and I did.
Yeah.
And I've moved on to just sharing some kind of fun runs.
Yeah, I think those are more in line with the behind the scenes.
They are truly
theme.
behind the scenes. Yeah.
So I like them.
Thanks. So what do we got next week? Pivot?
Yeah, we got a bunch of pivots sitting out there that we can look at and ooh and ah over.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions about pivots, both just from like a product perspective and also like I don't think Bob or I share or shy away from sharing our fondness for them. So we thought we would do a pivot review because I don't think we ever have.
No, and now we got the 2.0s.
Yeah, we got a whole rack of pivots out there.
Yeah.
Do we have the yellow one?
Yeah.
Yellow one's sweet.
I don't know if we have the matching skis yet, which would be...
I don't think so, like the Super Black Ops?
Yeah, it'd be fun to show.
Yeah.
That style, but...
I want yellow pivots.
Yeah. Well...
Is that the new orange?
The
classic orange FKS?
No,
like, I mean from more of a
no, I hear you.
Emotional, romantic perspective.
I don't know, because they're not like that fluorescent.
No.
Like they're more canary.
Yeah.
I don't know how like eye-catching that is.
I think
compared to the fluorescent orange.
I think they need to do a throwback.
Yeah.
I understand that it wouldn't be branded Rosignol, and someone probably has something to say about that amongst the Rosignol group, but I just think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe put a throwback Rosignol logo on it. Why not?
That'd be great.
Anyways, so look out for that next week, and we'll probably have some other stuff too. We've been trying to put together something on new Blizzard Stormbirds and Thunderbirds. We're just waiting for, I think, a couple Thunderbirds to still show up. I don't know that we'll have them before next week. So anyways, that's all the content news I have. I don't have much from like a sales perspective to share. Just another reminder that Monday is the last day that we can offer the pre-tariff pricing on pre-orders, and will also be the last day that you can buy that $100 pre-tariff price guarantee. There are, I believe, 4 brands that are they keep poking us to raise our prices. So at least you'll see prices increase from those 4 and maybe some others, and then we're kind of still waiting on certain brands, but yeah, it's happening.
Yep.
A lot of boots. A lot of boots are going to go up in price.
Not like a ton though. I feel
like 10%.
Yeah, like boot prices have remained relatively stable throughout the years. I mean, it's...
Yeah, we're getting pretty close to like $1,000 for a pair of ski boots, though, in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, how much is a Lang Shadow?
Yeah, it's like $900 or something.
$900. Like, I don't remember boots being $900.
No, I mean, like going from $6 to $6.99 like doesn't feel like that long ago.
I know, right? Yeah. So, anyways, Monday is the last day for that, so take advantage of it while you can. I've mentioned it probably 55 times at this point, but that $100 tariff-free price guarantee coupon is refundable, so if you decide not to use it, we just give you your money back. You ready to talk about the news?
Sure.
First topic of the week, we've got more Vail Resorts news. So first up, they just released their third quarter fiscal report. Some fairly interesting stuff in here, but nothing like earth-shattering. Pass sales were down 1% year over year. Pass revenue is up 2%. That is thanks to a 7% increase in the cost of the Epic Pass to consumers.
Makes sense.
Yep. That's kind of their method. They raise the price incrementally each year. We also had a 7% decrease in visits from February to April, which is like pretty substantial.
Yeah, and here there was really good snow. You know, we had
Yep.
a lovely snow year here in the east,
Yep.
so I wonder if that wasn't as big of a dent as the bigger resorts out west.
I mean, there had to have at least been like some like Park City backlash, right? Like how much do you think Park City was down? Now, granted,
Yeah, I
like
don't know.
I think the strikes were over by then,
Like if you booked a trip
but
in
people
March,
were annoyed about Park City.
yeah, but if you booked your trip in March, you went on that trip in March.
That's true. Yeah,
And I feel like that's how they get most of their visits.
that's how they get you.
Yeah. Buy early.
They make it look really appealing on the internet,
Yeah, they're good at that.
and you get your
Yeah.
yeah, like you were just talking about the Christy Brown shots of just
Ski marketing is
skiing
easy.
powder on a sunny day
Yeah.
while smiling.
Yeah. Very effective.
Yeah. And people look at it and they're like, that looks fun. I'm going
Yeah,
to do that.
I can go do
And then you
that.
get here and it's raining. No, you should come here. It's awesome. So anyways, kind of just some interesting numbers. I feel like it paints a pretty accurate picture of the situation that Vail Resorts is in. They're not like struggling financially. You know, they're doing just fine financially. It's more the skier visits down and the general perception.
Yeah.
Those are the things that they need to work on. So you could argue that they're in a pretty good position to do that. We also got some comments from Mr. Rob Katz on the European expansion that we've been talking about at least recently. He kind of cited a few things, mostly that they have identified some pretty serious opportunity there, but also that they need to be patient with how they do it. I also thought this was pretty interesting, Bob. Vail prefers to own and operate the resorts that they,
Yep.
Epic Pass resorts. That's not necessarily news to us, but it sounds like most European resorts would rather be brand partners or pass partners.
I mean, from what I can tell, we get like a lot of European commenters, which is awesome because that's such a unique perspective and kind of an alternate reality from what we live in. And from what I can tell, they do seem more guarded about their ownership, their
Traditions.
pricing, all that stuff. The culture seems to be more guarded in Europe.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm not surprised to hear that the kind of the farthest they want to go is past partnering as opposed to ownership and operations.
Yeah. So it may take a little longer than usual rather than the North American Vail Resorts model where they just snatch up a bunch of mountains and then they own them.
Right. And like places are happy to sell for 30, 50, $100 million.
Yeah.
And make that money.
How much was Stowe, do you remember?
It was 50.
50?
Yeah.
49 or something like
Yeah.
that.
But that was just operations. You know, everyone still thinks
Yeah.
that they own the hotel and stuff like that, and they don't.
They do not own the hotel. They own very little of the real estate.
Yeah.
Like they own the Mansfield Lodge and they own like Midway Lodge and then I think they own the Spruce Camp Lodge.
Like the base lodge.
Base Lodge.
I remember like hearing it's like parking lots up.
There's no parking lot at Spruce.
I know. Not anymore.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't park there.
Yeah, if you have to ask where to park at Spruce, you don't belong.
You're
over
in the
there.
wrong spot.
Yeah. It's fascinating,
Yeah.
isn't it? So anyways, just some interesting Vail news. Moving right along, this one's kind of interesting because I haven't seen it anywhere else, but our friends from skitalk.com have reported on Peak Skis going out of business. And I trust their reporting, but I haven't seen a statement from Peak Skis, so I'm just hesitant to speculate too much here.
Or anything on like the actual news.
Yeah.
You know, haven't seen any, but obviously you go on their website and there's nothing there, and yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. So if you're unfamiliar with Peak Skis, for one, that's surprising to me because I feel like they've been just plastered all over the place the past 2 or 3 years.
I mean, that's part of the problem, I guess.
Yeah, so they were pointing to overspending on marketing, inventory, and retail space.
Yeah, not selling enough skis.
Yeah, and they started doing some weird stuff to try and sell more skis, like buy one pair, get the other pair free.
In like the second year that they were in business?
Or like buy a pair of skis, we'll give you up to $500 towards bindings.
Right.
Like those things don't give me much confidence in a business's health.
I also feel like, and I was looking at my emails from Peak, just marketing emails from Peak.
Yeah.
And, whenever a company is asking someone like me
to be an
investor,
something has gone wrong.
They've missed their mark. So like, that's kind of another one of those warning signs there that maybe they're having bigger problems than they let on.
Yeah. Just a quick note, because we get questions about this stuff a fair amount. People often ask us to review skis from brands that we don't sell. And then I think it's like pretty much every single time somebody asks that question in a comment, before we are able to reply, somebody else will reply and be like, they're never going to talk about a ski that they don't sell. It doesn't work for their business model. And that's not entirely true.
Yeah, not true.
Because we've done Forefront content. I can't remember what else off the top of my head. We reached out to Moment. We really wanted to do more with Moment this season, and that doesn't include necessarily selling their skis, which maybe that's why Moment wasn't more excited. But we've initiated conversations with a lot of these brands, and Peak Skis was one of them, and they expressed interest in sending us skis, and they just kind of never did.
Yeah.
So we're trying.
Yeah. I'm never opposed to trying new things.
No.
So.
Yeah. So, yeah, don't stop asking. I feel like maybe some people think that they're annoying us if they're asking us to review Moment or whatever, but no. I appreciate reading those things.
We'll be straight up too and be like, oh, we haven't skied the Moment. I can't compare the Wildcat 108 to a M3 108.
Yeah.
But I can say that the M3 108 is such and such.
Yeah. J Skis is another one that comes up periodically. And, like, that's kind of funny because, like, Jason Leventhal's a good friend.
Skis at Stowe.
He's, like, right over there. As the crow flies, he's less than 30 miles away probably. And it just, we see him at Stowe all the time, and we're very friendly and say hi, and it's just, like, never fully worked out, so.
We're all busy.
Yeah,
we all don't have a lot of time to go beyond our priority list too.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, if you're interested, check out Ski Talk's report because they go into more.
Yeah, it was a good read.
Yeah. Moving right along here, Bob. Third topic of the week, we have some U.S. ski team awards. Are you excited?
I'll talk about it anyway.
Okay, well, Bob's not excited about ski team awards.
There was 40 of them.
Fine. That was the first. Yeah, so there were 40 total awards given out.
Participation trophies.
It's also based on team votes, so Matt McGinnis and I were just speculating a little bit on this and, a little bit of popularity contest here. But some noteworthy awards anyways. Lauren Masuga had a fantastic year. I think everybody knows that. She was named both Athlete of the Year and Most Improved. They typically did a male and female award for all of these things. So I listed a few. I did not write down all 40. Breezy Johnson won Best Comeback on the Alpine side. They also sectioned this out based on not discipline, but category of discipline.
Okay. Is that like Alpine racing, different
Alpine, Nordic,
freestyle,
free ski, adaptive.
Okay.
I think I got them all. So anyways, Breezy Johnson was Best Comeback on the Alpine side. Ryan Cochran-Siegel was the Male Athlete of the Year on the Alpine side. So congratulations to Ryan Cochran-Siegel, another local Vermonter, like Jason Leventhal. Do you think they're friends? I can't imagine.
I don't think so, but it could be.
Yeah. And then on the Nordic side, Athlete of the Year went to Jesse Diggins and Gus Schumacher. So congratulations to those two. And on the free ski side, the Athlete of the Year went to Rel Harwood and Alex Hall. Now, here's where I have an issue, Bob. On the free ski side, the best comeback went to Grace Henderson, fine, and Matt Labaugh, who, zero offense to Matt Labaugh, and please, like, if you happen to watch this, I really don't mean anything negative by this, but I've never heard of you.
So you have to have a previous notion in order to be a comeback?
That's my kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just think that Nick Gepper's career arc should have earned him best comeback.
I didn't know who you were getting at, but my thought was to Nick Gepper.
Incredible comeback.
And a very...
Reinvented himself.
And a really engaging athlete as well.
Yeah.
You know, like went out of his way to up his brand.
So then, as we often do, Matt and I were speculating that do people on the ski team not like him? To the younger generations, do they not? They're not getting on the Nick Gepper bandwagon.
Same with Lindsey Vonn. How does she not get comeback skier of the year?
Yeah.
No offense to Breezy Johnson.
No, totally.
But
I know.
That's a tough one.
Some interesting things here. I do think Breezy kind of earned it. She had a tough couple years with the suspension thing, and she was at the peak of her career. I feel like that's enough to really tank somebody's career, and she came back. But I am going to do some research and look into Matt Labaugh, because I'm sure you're a tremendous skier, and I want to learn more about your comeback. So that's it. And then last topic of the week here, kind of more just a celebration than really a news topic. It's kind of the passing of the torch from Northern Hemisphere to Southern Hemisphere when it comes to ski season. So this weekend will be the last weekend for lift operations for both A-Basin and Mammoth. And then Valle Nevado opened today. And then a few others in South America are opening this weekend as well, including El Colorado. So I don't have too much more to say other than that, just a kind of a passing of the baton.
Yeah.
And if you live in the Northern Hemisphere and you're really disappointed that you don't get to go skiing, just fly to the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. or go to Big Snow American Dream.
Right.
I keep asking Bob if he wants to go to Big Snow American Dream, and so far the answer has been no. I asked Matt Stromecki if he wanted to come with me to Big Snow American Dream, and he was just as excited as me. So I really do want to do that this season. And that's it for the news, just edits of the week. First one's really interesting. This is called The Creative Genius of Candide Thovex, just put together by, looks like kind of a, I'd say, general YouTuber. I don't really know how else to describe this person, but I watched like the first few minutes and it seems like it was really, really well done. And Candide is famously pretty reserved. You know, you don't often see that much or hear that much from Candide. So I think any piece of content where you get to learn more about Candide is very interesting. And then we've got raw clips from Adria Milan. Did you watch any of this?
I didn't get to that one.
Fast.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Straight lining?
Just about.
I'm into it.
It's fast stuff. You almost hit the wall on one. Some cool footage. And then we've got some more footage from Swatch 9's. It's like the gift that keeps on giving.
We haven't seen it all yet?
Apparently not.
Okay.
This time it's from the X Games YouTube channel.
Okay.
I have not watched it yet, but I plan to.
So it's just different media outlets all releasing their stuff at different times?
The same, different shots of the same tricks.
Gotcha.
Probably. That's my speculation and oversimplification.
Love it.
This chair doesn't sound great.
Is it wiggly? Might have to get at it with the Allen key. It'll be a good Monday project. Don't make it worse.
These chairs have done pretty well.
Done all right.
Sit in them a lot. You got anything exciting going on this weekend, Bob?
Last weekend of soccer for the kids, so
Sweet.
after that, summer.
I already knew that.
Yeah.
I just enjoy making small talk at the end of these videos. So hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Good luck to anybody playing in their last soccer tournament of the year, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye.